done enough, lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more?
I'm gonna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Shake your little piece, wanna see some more? Shake your little piece, wanna see some more?
The good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Read option. This is Gibbs. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now Milton. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Milton. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And running with power here. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
To the air, Williams. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is Milton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Milton. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing is Williams. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 7-7, our score after 1. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC on the other. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's Williams. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from it. And it's
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw is Milton. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Milton now to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lamb. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The Bears at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lamb has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
19 Tiger.
To throw, it's Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Moving inside the 20. But such a costly interception. Nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Throwing after the interception, Williams. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
To throw, it's Milton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyquan Thornton, 31 yards. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw, Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 28-yard line. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Milton. And this is going to be intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Let's go now.
Right back to him on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got the connection to Moore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A 10-yard gain.
60 Eagles,
But it's
60
4th
Eagles.
down.
Here we go, here we go. Check go.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Milton. Right side to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Milton working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Gibbs. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation. Take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. It's Lamb. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd and 2. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sam Laporta from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 34, Bears 24. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 162 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 44 yards. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Another run for Gibbs here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Flush to his right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And some room to work. DJ Moore, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore with career touchdown number 70. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Milton. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
60 Bison, 60. Let's go.
To the air, Williams. This one complete to Yoshivas. A big play looming on 3rd down. They'll go play action here with Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It got his man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Santos with the extra point. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Williams. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Williams. Able to find Kmet, and he is out of bounds with the 1st down as the clock ticks inside of 30 seconds.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Here's Williams. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are